Hello, everyone. My name is Ana Martha Ayala, and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. As a reminder, I do every video in English and Spanish, and the degree theory is based on modern Western astrology using the Placidus house system. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about the aspects of May 2025. So May 2025 looks like it's going to be a pretty good month, except for the first few days that we're getting over that not conjunction, opposition of Mars with Pluto. So that's going to be, probably like the first week of May. There might be a little bit of tension, but after that, it should be a pretty good month, except for the full moon in Scorpio on May 12th. But for the most part, the rest of the month starts off pretty well. May 2nd, we have a beautiful conjunction of Neptune with Venus in Aries at 1 degree. So you all know that Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. So on May 2nd, it's a wonderful, splendid day for love. So for those of you that are already in a relationship, make that evening special for your significant other or your spouse. For those of you that are single, it's a great evening for a first date. So if you wanted to ask somebody out, it's a Friday night. So call up some friends and go out in the town and let Cupid do its magic, right? On May 2nd, finally, Mars is out of its shadow period. So this is fantastic news. May 4th, Pluto goes retrograde in Aquarius at the 3rd degree, and it will go direct on October 13th in Aquarius at 1 degree. So for those of you that have planets at 3 degrees and 1 degree, it's going to station at those degrees for a little bit before going back direct. So it will station at 3 degrees before it turns retrograde, and then it will station at 1 degree before it goes direct. That's what I meant to say. On May 12th, we have the full moon in Scorpio at 22 degrees, and we have Uranus, the planet of unexpected things happening, conjunct the sun and Algol, the demon star. We have Pluto, and actually, let me bring up the chart of here we go. And how I got this chart, I went into AstroSeek, and it's astro-seek.com. And then I went to the moon calendar where it says full moons and new moons, right? And then you go down here, the full moon in Scorpio, you press this chart, and then this comes up. Okay, so this is the chart of May 12th. And as I was saying, we have, now it's a full moon, so the sun is in opposition to the moon, right? And it's at 22 degrees of Scorpio. And then we have Uranus, which is here, conjunct this full moon, and conjunct Algol because it's right on 26 degrees. We have Pluto in square to Mercury right here. So you may get some news that might be a little bit unsettling because it's a square, and Pluto doesn't bring, necessarily good news. So, things might be a little difficult for this full moon. Before you react to the news that you receive, try investigating to see what happened. Find out more information. And Uranus is in Taurus, so it may deal with money. Maybe the news is about something financial. But the saving grace is that Saturn is in sextile to Uranus. So whatever happens, try to be stoic and not react. Neptune has a wide trine to Mars and Leo, and Saturn also has a trine to the Moon, which can stabilize your emotions a bit. So see this Saturn is trining the Moon over here, so that can stabilize your emotions and your reactions. But try to just, you know, don't go off the handle. On May 17th, the Sun is going to conjunct Uranus at 27 degrees. So this one is hard to say because of the very nature of Uranus, right? You may be a bit anxious, nervous today. Obviously, if this impacts your personal chart, that's why I give you the degrees. If you have any planets in Taurus at 27 degrees that Uranus will conjunct, like the moon, like the sun, then this may make you very anxious. Anything can happen today, and we really can't anticipate it because it's Uranus, but it could be with money or about money because it's Taurus. On the 17th, Mercury in Taurus is squared Mars in Leo at 14 degrees. So careful with communication today because something may be said that hurts your feelings, your ego. But slow down and analyze it. Wait to respond. Investigate the situation before you just fly off the handle. Okay. May 20th, the sun enters Gemini. So happy birthday to all the Gemini suns out there. Many blessings to you. What is it? Health, happiness, money, love, whatever, all those wishes I wish for you. Now, May 22nd, we have Venus trining Mars. So Venus is in Aries and Mars is in Leo at 15 degrees. So romance is in the air tonight, especially if you're a fire sign, you know, Aries, Leo, Sag. You guys will benefit the most, right? Because it's a trine. Um, then, like the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, you'll have sextile. So that's nice too. So have a wonderful, delightful evening with your significant other. If you're single, show your charms and attractiveness, and you might end up meeting somebody. May 24th, Saturn enters Aries. The last time Saturn was in Aries was April 1996 through February of 1999. Uh, for this initial ingress, it'll only go up to 2 degrees of Aries, and then it will retrograde back to Pisces. But then it returns to Aries from February 2026 until April of 2028. So I'll do a separate video on Saturn in Aries, for all of the signs. So that is to come. On May 24th, we have another very nice aspect. Sun in Gemini, trine Pluto retrograde in Aquarius at about 3 degrees. So it's a great day to have a conversation with a VIP, an authority figure, your parents. If you want to make a request, you might have a very good chance of getting whatever you request because it's a trine. So that's the best aspect you can have in astrology. Now, on this same day, May 24th, Mercury is conjunct Uranus in Taurus at 27 degrees. So you may receive a message that surprises you or shocks you. Maybe it's to go on a spontaneous trip, right? Mercury to go on a trip. An excellent day to brainstorm creative ideas will come. So it's a nice day. May 26th, we have the new moon in Gemini. So let me go to my handy dandy calendar here. And we're talking about May 27th. We have Gemini new moon at 6 degrees. So we're going to bring up the chart. And you see here, May 27th. This is what the chart looks like. So it's new moon means the sun and the moon are conjunct, as opposed to a full moon, which they're opposites, right? Um, so a it's very nice. Look at all these trines, look at all these sextiles. It will conjunct Mercury and it will trine Pluto, right? Up here. It will trine Pluto. And it's in sextile to Neptune, right? These little blue lines are sextiles. It's in sextile to Neptune, to Saturn. So your intuition is going to be on point because Neptune in sextile to the moon. You may have dreams as well that give you messages from the other side. It's an excellent day for any work dealing with communications. Any project that you're doing, a presentation, anything having to do with communication in general is very nicely aspected. So May 27th, we have Mercury trining Pluto retrograde. So Mercury is in Gemini, Pluto is in Aquarius at 3 degrees. Another great day to speak with a VIP. And with, you know, you have a very good chance of persuading this person using, of course, your communication skills to get whatever it is that you want. Maybe you follow up on the conversation that you had a few days before and see what the answer is. May 29th, the month ends with Sun conjunct Mercury in Gemini at 7 degrees. So this is a great day because your mind is going to be super fast, agile, alert. You can have great ideas. You're going to be thinking on your feet. You can come up with like plan A, plan B, plan C. If something doesn't pan out, you will think of something else. So we just go through the motions of trying to get whatever it is that you need done. Your mind will help you with all those ideas that you're going to be getting. So anyway, May is gonna be a smoother month because before we get into June, before we get into the summer, which is a different story. So enjoy the month. Thank you for watching. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and send it to somebody else that it might benefit or help. If you would like a natal chart reading with me, please send me an email to amaastrology@aol.com. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next